Okay. Still waiting. All right. You have a picture.
Okay.
Good morning, everybody. It is the end of a very long week. So I think Scott's going to just paint in the travel journal today.
I am. I couldn't think of anything else to paint.
So you're back with us for travel journal time, ladies and gentlemen. And we have lots of friends here.
This is what happens when I don't have a 70s or 80s or 90s music thing to paint. That's why I like those, is you know what you're going to do. Or the centaur or dragon. But it's also good to just have a break.
All right. Petrichor says hi. And
Hello.
Roman Boy says, what's up, Scott?
How are
and
you?
R is watching from Nepal. Hi from, I'm assuming that's Romania. Sky is blue. Friendly Neighborhood Trash Panda says hi. Millie says hi. We have hello from Austria. That's Safran. Dalton says you're early.
I am.
Art Z says hello from India. You're my favorite YouTuber.
Oh, thank you.
Bethany has joined us.
Hey, Bethany.
Steve Cloud says weekend with an exclamation
Yes,
point.
weekend is here. Or almost here.
That is correct. Mandisa says hi. Niraj says hi. MM says, hey, Scott, how's your morning?
So far, so good, thank you. We are just... I'm in that in-between stage between, projects, whether it be a big painting or a series like, the 70s or 80s or 90s. And so I figured it's just good to just kind of finish up on some things that I needed to finish up on.
Watching from India, that's Jayati.
Blow dryer.
Oh, hold on. Okay. Sorry, guys, I'm a little slow this morning. I wasn't expecting a blow dryer out of the gate. He's painting a little coffee shop in Seaside, Florida. They had really, really good pastries. It's like a bakery coffee shop kind of place. It's really, really good. Good morning from South Korea.
Good morning.
Emu just went to a concert. It was Pink with VIP Diamond Experience tickets. Okay, that sounds fantastic. Pink is amazing in concert. I got to see her last year with a very dear friend of mine, and wow, she's wow. Casper says hello. Hope y'all are having a good morning.
Yes, we are. Thank you.
Bethany says,
Okay.
yes. Bethany says, speaking of 90s and Centaur poster, they are available now, and she put a link.
Thanks, Bethany.
They are available now. They went live yesterday for pre-orders. We have put in the orders for them, and they are being printed as we speak.
Did you guys see the video? Let me know.
Yes, because the video wasn't doing well, and someone wasn't happy about that. So.
I never like it when I make a video.
Oh, wait. Unmute. Sorry.
I
Scott
never
wants
like.
to know if you saw the video he did yesterday on the posters.
Yeah.
What do you use for paintbrushes?
Paintbrushes.
Will there be more music alphabets?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the 70s next. I'm just taking a little break, and back to the paintbrushes. I'll use whatever has a nice point. I like a nice point on my paintbrushes. But I found that I haven't found a paintbrush that lasts as long as I'd like them to, and I haven't found a way to rejuvenate them. So I'll tend to get cheaper paintbrushes because if I got to keep buying them, I might as well not spend a lot of money on them.
Watching from America, watching from Sri Lanka. Hi from the Netherlands. Hi from the Philippines.
Hello.
Michael says, you guys, yesterday I forgot my phone on the bus.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. I hope it was a bus where you could contact them and they could get it back for you. Rivi says, hello, beautiful humans.
Hello.
Nomadic Year says, hello from Houston.
Hello, hello. Blow dryer.
No blow dryer. Okay. Hey, Brandy B is here. Good morning, sweetie. Let me unmute the muted. There you go. Celine says, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm a new grandma for the second time. She's beautiful. She will watch and paint with her sister and I at some point.
Oh, congratulations.
Oh, that's so exciting. Congrats. Lots of Indian friends here today. Someone from Australia who's been up all night. Watching from Egypt. Will there be more music alphabets?
Yeah, I'd like to do the 70s next, and then by popular demand, I will do the 2000s.
I have the flu. What should I do?
Rest up, drink lots of fluids.
Sign of Horses loves how Tiny Glade turned out.
Thank you. That was a lot of fun.
Francesca says, hello. First time watching your stream. Love your shorts. They really push me to be better at my art. Love from the Philippines.
Oh, thank you.
Rivi says, finally I'm here live. I can say this, Donna. You're doing well. Oh, thank you. You're so... Oh, no, he's not on mute. I unmuted him. He's good. We have a Fiber and Brimstone this morning.
Hello, Ellen.
Good morning, friend.
So we, in case you guys didn't know, Donna has been doing her own videos too. She's been journaling every day, and you can follow her on her YouTube channel or Instagram or whatever. And every day, 5 days a week, she is journaling a different inspirational quote.
I am. Thank you for mentioning that. That was very nice of you. Maya is watching from their dorm in Rochester, New York.
Oh, well,
Well, I
hello.
hope it is lovely in Rochester. And happy birthday, Mark.
Happy birthday.
This live stream is so chill. That's the goal.
Yeah.
No stress. No. Buena Fee says, stay safe and prosper, even though today I might not watch the whole live. I want to tell everyone y'all beautiful today.
Oh, thank you.
That's so
You have a
sweet.
wonderful day too.
Sign of Horses says, I could use a word of motivation from YouTube in trying to get my illustrations for a book accepted by publishers. All the rejections are making me doubt my style.
You know,
I'm sorry.
I don't know if this is encouragement or commisery, but I've been rejected from pretty much every major studio, every major book publisher,
Yeah, he's not kidding.
every small one,
I've watched him.
You know, there's no accounting for taste, and the people who do the hiring don't usually have very good taste. That's the way I look at it, and
No, it's true.
I think it doesn't make you feel better when someone says, "Oh yeah, I didn't get in either." But I just want you to know that 9 times out of 10, it's not you. It's just there's a whole lot of luck that goes into this.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a story. Both Michael Bublé and Huey Lewis told me that just the fact that they got their opportunity was so much luck. There were people that were just as talented, if not more talented than them when they were going, coming up through the ranks and whatnot, and
Paying their dues.
paying
so to
their
speak.
dues. and it's just it has so little to do with talent and so much to do with just being at the right place at the right time, or meeting the right person, or your art being cool at the right time. It
Having what they're
really,
looking for.
yeah, it really is. So
Yeah.
I know it's disheartening, but just know that it's not you. Just keep making art that makes you happy. Keep improving. I went from the time that I was 15 to the time that I was 32, going every year to get the job to do Spider-Man. And I never got it doing my art. I had to get it doing CGI, 3D art. But I got it. But it
wasn't what you wanted.
it wasn't what I wanted, but I did it. But the point is that don't let it get discouraging. Just keep making art because you need to make art.
You've got this. If that's something that you want to do, you just got to keep at it. You just got to keep going. And I know it's hard, but you got to keep going.
We believe in you.
We do. Happy Frog is watching from Norway.
Hello, Happy Frog.
Let's see. If you have time, come to India.
We would love to.
Oh, I have a really bad case of strep. I'm sorry. That is not fun. Let's see. Oh, I liked the Trust Fall album. That was awesome. Oh, Maya says your videos get me through math homework. I love watching you paint.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, Rivy says the journaling shorts are amazing. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Sam. You guys are really sweet. You've inspired me to draw more. I love your content from Denmark.
Oh, thank you.
Let's see. Hello, love from South Korea. My mom wants to start drawing and she is 52. I want to encourage her, but I don't know how to.
I would say if you can, get a sketchbook and both of you go and do something together.
Yeah, sketch together.
Go sketch together. Invite her to do a journal like this, where you write a little bit and you draw a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's, a lot of times it's easier if you do it with a friend or a relative.
Yep. How many posters are you going to hand sign?
All of them.
Just like last time.
I would like to sign 1 million of them if 1 million people want to buy them, but I will sign 100 of them, or I'll sign 1,000 of them, however many that people would want to buy.
Ritu Parna says, hi, just wanted you to know my son is a huge fan of yours. He loves to see your videos. Can you please tell what materials you use to ink your drawings?
Oh, that is the Zebra brush pen. And I get them from jetpens.com, but they're made in Japan, and you need to look for them. I don't know where you can get your pens, but they're called Zebra is the brand.
Yeah. Bethany, can you post a link to all of Scott's art supplies for Ritu Parna? Maybe tag her in that. I'd appreciate that. Where do you get your inspiration from?
This morning I was going to work in the Etcher Labs sketchbooks that they sent me. I don't think I like this. And I couldn't think of what to paint. I didn't want to.
You had a moment.
Yeah, I just sat there for an hour just looking at pictures and should I paint this? Should I paint that? And sometimes you just don't know what to paint. So inspiration is sometimes a lot of research and soul searching, and and sometimes inspiration is something that just hits you, or that you see something that you go, ooh, I want to paint that. That's why I like the travel journals, because you go somewhere and you look for something to paint. And I think that's just sometimes a little easier. Okay, so here's something that I want to try, and I may regret it, but this is the photo that I took. Can you see it okay? And do you see how you have the background, and then this kind of has a little bluish haze, and then the reflections, and you can even see me there taking the picture. So I want to see if I can achieve that. So now that I've painted everything, I'm going to put a little blue across that, and then I'm going to come in with some white for the reflections. And hopefully,
We won't hate it.
well, I'm hoping that the blue doesn't make anything bleed. So I'm going to blow dry it real quick.
Okay, hold on. Here we go. Let me. Go ahead. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so Francesca, you can check the resources list also for all of Scott's art supplies, but the grabby supplies are really good. And we have a discount code that's in there too, so you can get that for like $25, and it's got everything in it. You're really going for it today, aren't you?
Yeah.
Abby, good.
Abby
Bethany's
normal.
got that one. No, Abby wanted a varnish for oils and acrylics, and Bethany already commented on that. And I'm just going to circle back to Luna, and I'm going to say, way to go to your mom
Blow dry.
for wanting to start doing art. I think that's really cool that she wants to start drawing at 52. Tell her I said, way to go. Go, Mom. And I'm 54, so go get him, Mom.
Okay, first of all, that looks pretty good, huh? You
Yeah,
can
I'm
tell now
surprised.
that it's glass.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Now I'm just going to add a little reflection. So I'm going to grab my white gouache.
Oh, Sign of Horses says, I'll take that, Scott. Just needed someone to say it. Thank you. Feeling better already. My eyes are not leaking. Oh, that's sweet. Scott doesn't really own his least favorite paintings. One Up Girl is coloring in some sketches that she's been doing. Lynn wants to start drawing more, but only sees the flaws in their art. How do you deal with that?
Oh, you learn to love the flaws in your art. And I know that's hard to do, but at some point you have to know that this is we're not perfect. We're not photocopiers or cameras, and we do make mistakes. And once you start to embrace the wonkiness of being human, I think it makes your art a little better. All of my lines are not perfect. My handwriting isn't perfect, and once you kind of embrace that, I think it gets a little bit. You start to accept that a little more, and I think that's the best thing you can do. Blow dryer.
Oh, hold on. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, can you see how that white did not come out white? It actually looked like it darkened it. Mm-hmm. So,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just go straight from the tube.
What paintbrush are you using right now?
I'm using a Winsor & Newton Cotman series paintbrush.
Let's see. How do you let down the basic shapes for a big drawing that you are starting?
Like you said, the basic shapes. This is a cylinder. This is a cone. This is a cube. This is a triangle. That's whatever triangles. That's kind of, and everything is just basic shapes. This is like a half of like a cylinder. All of these are kind of cylinders or tubes, or however you want to say it.
Ruby says the new Etcher's Signature Series sketchbook is a bucket list item for me. I loved the perfect sketchbook.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
Please
really
excuse me.
nice. That's what I was going to sketch in today, but I just couldn't think of what. I'm not sure if this is really translating well.
Let's see. Who was your favorite musician from the 90s alphabet?
Well, my favorite musician from the 90s alphabet would be... I would say either Janet Jackson or...
He's having a tough time with this one.
Foo Fighters or Beastie Boys. My favorite painting, I think, was the Lisa Left Eye Lopez, which I kept.
It is 9:20 a.m.
Blow dryer.
where we are right now. Hold on a second. Go ahead. We are in the central time zone. International shipping varies from country to country, Sam. It's at least,
Yeah, so that didn't work.
I mean,
Gouache just did not like doing that. So I'm going to do some colored pencils.
didn't play well.
And no, yeah, it did not play nice at all. Pencil sharpener.
Any advice on what to say if someone you ask to critique your art says, "Oh, it's much better than anything I could do"?
Yeah, some people are like that, and that's their way of complimenting you. So I would take it as a compliment. I also just, this is me, don't ask people for critiques. I don't think, unless you are going to somebody who is an art teacher, I wouldn't ask the general public for critiques. Your friends will tell you what they think of your art, but they're not artists. They should not be giving you critiques. And in all honesty, you shouldn't be listening to them either.
Let's see. DeBoard Art Sits says, "Hi, what are your tips for photo references, like how to find them and how to use them?"
There's a video on that, but Google is your friend. Use Google.
Let's see.
I think it looked better before I did all of that.
I know nothing.
It was worth a shot, right?
I saw your video on Tiny Blade and I'm quite intrigued. When is the release date?
They said Q3, 2020, this year.
I thought it was summer.
Yeah, I thought so too, but I just checked and it was Q3.
Oh, okay.
So that means, summer into fall.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Out of curiosity, do you listen to Hozier?
No, I think I might have listened to one song.
Who are your favorite musical artists in general?
Seal, Def Leppard, Stereophonics. Trying to think of like bands I listen to a lot. The Beatles. Yeah, things like that. There's a playlist that we actually have.
95 Bravo says, "I like your humbleness. You should sketch your desk with all the paint stains, pencils, brushes, and pad."
Oh, thanks. Yeah, maybe one day I will. I'm just going to move on to this one.
Ryan says, "Yay, we returned." How you doing this morning, Ryan? Oh, Santa is here.
Hey, Santa.
Santa says, "My friend is an amazing artist and still will not give me criticism with my art." Laughing emoji.
Yeah, I'm
Jamie's here.
I find it very difficult to apply my likes and dislikes in art to somebody else's art. And I've often found that what I think is good and bad in art is usually not true universally. And so I've just learned over the years to keep my mouth shut. I've had friends who are artists and I've said, "Oh, I think you should try this," or "I think this isn't really working," or "What if you do this?" And then that very thing that I was pointing out is what made them unique, and that's the thing that wound up getting them work. So I just think that
That's based on your experience.
based on my experience, yeah.
Gail says, the only people I ask for critiques from are my son and my bestie's sister. They're both artists and know I'm asking for honesty, not praise.
Yeah.
Addie says, why is drawing faces so hard?
I think it's because we see faces every day and we all know what they look like. And it's easier to do the face of somebody who people don't know, and it's even easier if you're doing somebody who is not conventionally handsome or beautiful. So, in other words, if you were doing an old wizard or a witch or something like that, people will accept that a little bit more because, it's supposed to be weird and off-putting. But, if you're trying to do somebody who is conventionally beautiful, then people have their own standards. And, I think...
Yeah, I don't think you could capture my conventional/unconventional beauty at this point in my life.
Yes, exactly.
Let's see. Any color combo ideas for earrings?
Purple and gold.
Farah Does Art says, I just want to say thank you so much. I have started drawing more again and have drawn 2 dragons, dragon eyes, etc. in a few days, and I'm proud of them. So thank you so much for what you taught me.
That's wonderful.
Sarah Winkler says, thank you for your art. You always make my day.
Thank you.
Glowbean asks, Scott, what is your favorite movie, particularly any alien movie like Predator, Aliens, The Tomorrow War, etc.?
Well, I like Princess Bride is my favorite movie, but I like Terminator 2 over Terminator 1, and I like Aliens over Alien, if that gives you any indication. Both the James Cameron, I guess, but I'm not like a James Cameron fan, but I think those movies are definitely, in my opinion, more superior to the first.
Sam says, I want to start a large painting, but I'm unsure whether I should paint on a canvas, board, or a large sheet.
Well, it depends on the medium.
I was just going to ask you if it depended on medium. Yeah, so I guess you got to start there, Sam. Figure out what you want to paint for, what you want to paint with, and then go from there.
Okay, so I just realized that I need one more of that. A little bit of this. There we go. Blow dryer.
Okay, then. Blow dryer. Go for it.
And now for some pink.
Frago says, I actually have a different view on that. I often show my art to my friends that are not artists, since I feel that the majority of people that see my art are not artists, and other people that see it.
That's a good point. I think you go to them for, do you like it? But you don't go to them for art critiques, like what's wrong with it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I love watching your shorts. They really helped motivate me out of art block.
Oh, thank you.
Greek mythology fan says, this is straight out of the blue, but from the Bowie the Bear series, do you believe in ghosts? I'm painting one right now.
Oh, no, I don't.
I do. He's wrong. I've seen one.
Yeah.
You're wrong. You weren't there.
It doesn't matter whether you saw what you thought you saw.
No, it's not what I thought I saw. It's what it was.
No, unless I'm having a conversation and I could take a photo with them and I could, like.
Yeah, because
otherwise
ethereal thing is going to let you take a picture with them.
Let you. Well, hey, you want to prove to me that you're real? Then you're going to make sure that
they don't need to. They're there in front of you.
For what?
My God.
For what purpose?
I don't know, because they can't cross over.
Well, then You want help crossing over? Then you're gonna let me take a picture. You're gonna let me
How
take
is
you
that going to
to
help
show
them?
and tell
How
at
is
school.
that going to help them cross over? Oh, here, let's all help Scott.
Yeah, because
prove that ghosts are real.
It's a big ghost conspiracy that we're not gonna allow.
Okay, well, you're wrong. I completely, you're wrong. Okay, fine, whatever.
I'm sorry, but
Okay.
it's got to be provable.
Yeah, because it's provable in the TV show Ghosts, right? Yeah, that's provable.
Yes.
Whatever.
You're gonna cite a sitcom.
I am. Because it's
Is
cute.
that where you think you saw ghosts? Was
No,
on TV?
I saw that in Florida at that lighthouse in Florida.
You didn't see
and I looked
anything.
up. You were not there because you didn't go inside with me because you were outside with the boys. You were not there, so you do not know. All right. Zero Jackson says, y'all have got some new pens from Walmart and they're amazing. They're the Tombow Fudonusuki brush pens.
Oh,
But
fantastic!
I'm not sure if they're waterproof yet. They are waterproof.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
No,
really.
Steph Nerd and I were talking about this the other day, literally Wednesday on the stream. They are waterproof. Give them a couple minutes to dry, but yes, they should be waterproof. My favorite things to draw are animals. Do you have any specific tips for drawing them? Specifically wolves.
Yes, photo reference. Use photo reference.
Aiden Bear says, I've recently switched from posting my art to socials to only sharing them with my friend group, and it's definitely a lot more comfortable. It's like a weight lifted off your shoulders.
Oh, good.
There's a video on drawing lips, Burjesh, in the Art Hacks playlist. Rivy says, I can't believe Scott worked on Casper.
Yes.
And doesn't believe in ghosts. Smack my head.
Well, considering I was the one who animated the ghosts, I kind of know that they weren't real ghosts.
Want to start oil paints? So which one? Oh, Bethany's got that one. Excellent. Negative critiques are hard to accept. To be honest, I get some from my mom, who is an artist. When I do, she advises, and it looks way better, but it's still hard to grasp the reality.
Yeah, moms can be hard on that, especially artist moms. I know, but you as an artist, you do have to build a little bit of a thick skin, because you're bearing your soul to the world with your art, and people are gonna have reactions to it, both good and bad, and you can't take it personally. I know it's hard. But, actors have to do that. Models have to do that, where people are literally judging how they look.
Yeah.
And it's not easy. Writers deal with it. Musicians deal with it.
Yeah.
And so that is something that you really need to kind of come to terms with.
How hard was it for you to start applying color theory to your art? It's really baffling my brain.
I don't really know color theory. Not in that when people ask me, I don't know how to answer that. I'm sure I learned some of it in school, but it doesn't seem to be something that has to be like you have to know it to do, to be an artist. I still don't even know what color theory is, because people keep asking me, can you do a video? And I need to look it up one day, but I just don't know what color theory is.
In your 30s, what art medium did you prefer the most?
In my 30s, I was digital. I did 3D art. That's when I did Spider-Man and the Dreamland Chronicles.
Glowbean asks, Scott, is there a way to draw animals, people, aliens? People say that you should draw 3D shapes, though it doesn't help me, and I can't imagine 3D shapes. Is there a way to help with that?
Yeah, do this. Look at the 1 minute figure drawing series. I did one a day for 5 days. There's a playlist for it. Look at that and see how I break down things into shapes. There's also a video on perspective where I talk about breaking things down to like Legos. You'll see me do it with hair, but it's I think the 1 minute figure drawing was the best example. So just going back to this one, I felt like when I did that wash of blue, it looked perfect. And then I added all that stuff and I ruined it.
I don't think you ruined it. I actually see that it looks like the picture now.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like to me. I think you did all right with it. Now that it's dried a little bit, I can see that it actually looks like the thing. Why are you touching it?
Because I'm like just adding a little more white. That's all.
Okay, leave it alone. It looks fine. Gail wants to know any word or progress on a collab with Sam Does Art.
No, never heard back from him. I have. We had sent emails back and forth and talked about it, and then never heard back. And so I just assume that people get busy, and I don't take it personally.
Bethany says, my house is fully 1,000% haunted. I believe in ghosts. You should not be surprised by that. Lynn, the chicken nugget, asks, what is your favorite medium?
I think what I'm doing right now, watercolor and ink. I feel like I can draw anything with, apparently except for Windows. I can
That's
draw.
a reflection.
I can draw anything with this, and I feel like if I was just to wander the earth with a sketchbook and my watercolor and my inks, I could capture it. I don't know if I could do that with gouache. And I know when I used to do like pencil, I felt limited. So I think this is the happy medium.
Okay. Nixia says, I am with Scott on this one. Ghosts, not on my time. Any possible art tips on how to draw a character holding like a toy / teddy bear? I am trying to learn proportions.
Oh, take a photo of yourself doing it and then copy it. And if you're having a hard time with that, trace it. You don't have to make life hard for yourself. You don't have to do stuff. Don't do stuff out of your head. You're going to learn by looking. Remember, we're artists. Our job is to observe.
How long does it take you to do just one quick little watercolor portrait?
Gosh, I used to do 2, sometimes 3 during a live. So it could be anywhere from, when I would do like little ones, it could be anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes.
What do you think is the most annoying thing when drawing?
My wife.
That's accurate.
No, I think it's.
No, you hit it on the head. It's
I know.
all good.
I think it's when things don't come out like this. Like I was like, okay, in my head, I'm going to do a strip of blue, and then I'm going to come in with the white, and it's going to look like a reflection, and then it doesn't. So, and I'm old enough and experienced enough to say, well, sometimes it just doesn't work out that way, but it's still annoying.
What advice would you have for what to tell someone who hates their art and doesn't like what they draw and is asking others questions on whether or not they should get rid of it?
I don't want this to sound self-serving, but show them some of the videos that I've made about the exact same thing. I feel the same way in my videos. I feel the same way with my art, and I talk about it. And maybe they just need to hear somebody else who has those same experiences.
Ooh, show them one where Scott actually ripped up a painting. They'll love that.
Sometimes I put my stuff in the corner of shame. Sometimes I rip it up. Sometimes I just walk away. I don't think ripping up artwork or throwing it away is good to do all the time. I think it's cathartic to do once in a while, like maybe 1 out of every 20 pieces. Excuse me, but I think if you work in a sketchbook, you keep the bad ones. So that way you can see your improvements.
Okay. When you're drawing... okay. That's not What do you think is the most annoying thing to happen? Oh, no, we just did that one. What, blah, blah, blah. Hold on. Sorry, I had a little brain fart there. Hang on a second. And the chat just jumped, of course. Scott, the ghost of Christmas present past and Christmas yet to come, says Santa. Yeah. See what I have to live with, Santa? Do you see what I have to live with? Okay, try this one. Who is the artist that you take the most inspiration from?
I'd say maybe Drew Struzan. It's a tough one.
What dinosaur should Glowbean draw?
Triceratops.
Do you doodle?
My doodles are observations. Like I have a sketch wallet, and so every once in a while, if I'm at like a restaurant or something, if I don't have this with me, I'll pop that out and I'll just sketch something. But it's an observation.
Okay. Bethany's talking oil paints, which is phenomenal. Crazy Cookie asks, do you prefer layering colors or just going plain off with one color?
I like layering colors, especially with watercolors. I like to go from light to dark and build them up. Like I haven't put in any shadows yet. I'm going to do that last. So right now I'm just getting all of the little colored pieces.
Sometimes the chat moves because Scott takes a long time answering a question. So I have to go back and read some other questions that are good ones that I didn't want him to miss. So that's why the chat might seem a little off. But we're doing the best we can here. And I am on live chat. And we are in slow mode. So Emily says, I'm really passionate about drawing things from Star Wars, but struggling with how to share it with the world without violating copyright or trademark.
Oh, there's no copyright or trademark on, sharing your art of Star Wars. You can draw whatever you want to, and you could share it.
You
There's
just
no
can't
copyright.
make it into like T-shirts.
Yeah, and you can even sell the original art if you want to. You just can't make prints of it. You can't mass produce it.
That you want to put it up and show people, hey,
Yeah,
look, I
look
drew
at go to
Luke
go to
Skywalker.
my website, go to DeviantArt, go to ArtStation, just look up Scott Sava Star Wars, look up Scott Sava Harry Potter, look up Scott Sava Lord of the Rings, or I've painted everything, and there's no copyright. The only time I've ever been approached by a studio was I did Sons of Anarchy. I did a couple of paintings from Sons of Anarchy while it was still on the air. And Fox reached out to me, or whoever it was, and wanted me to take down. I was selling the original, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
But it was such a petty overreach. Like, oh no, this person might make $150, and violate. I mean, they didn't threaten me or anything like that. They just said, we own the rights to this, and we want you to take it down. I was like, okay, and I think I sold it later on anyhow. People can't stop you from selling an original piece of art.
I love your art style, Scott. I found your art a while ago and I was suffering from art block. You saved me. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
That's Retro Tato. Let's see. What do you love to draw the most?
Hair.
He does, and probably because he doesn't have any hair. But that's okay.
Giving away my secrets.
I know. Well, hey, somebody's got to do it. I used to feel safe with bad, but now my family just randomly looks at every page. Oh, you mean bad art? I don't know what to tell you. I think of anybody in the world, I think family should be the ones that you should feel safe with, but I know that some people don't. And believe me, I understand that. So maybe you just need to put your book away and not show them and just show it to people who you feel safe with. And I don't know the difference between this, but should I make my my original character a blood dragon or a fire dragon?
I don't know what a blood dragon is, but so I'll take fire dragon.
Yeah. Hello from Brazil, Scott. That's
Hello.
fantastic. Froggo says Donna and Scott arguing is bringing back "I'm a bad boy." LOL. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Let's see. No one you recognize. I don't understand that question. Can you give me a little bit more? I don't understand what your question is. I love that the Nutcracker isn't just red and black. The color reminds me of candy floss.
Yeah, it definitely looks like candy.
Yeah, it was outside a children's store.
Yeah. All right, blow dryer.
Oop, hold on. Go ahead. Zeus, I don't know if you tagged Scott in that painting, but he was not going to see it unless you tag him in there.
Time to add the shadows, so I'm going to add some purple.
He gets so many things a day that if he commented on it, then he saw it, and if he didn't, then you need to tag him on it so that he can see it.
If I heart it, it means I read it.
Hitomi's here says, "Good morning, everyone. When I was in high school many millennia ago, I threw a painting away, and my dad fished it out of the garbage, very upset. Oh well, I'll paint another one.
That's a good
It's so
dad.
cute. What is a watercolor brand you recommend?
Winsor & Newton is the one I use.
Bethany is true on this one. She says, I personally keep my sketchbook zipped up and hidden. I only let people see it if I know and trust them. And I have only seen it a couple of times. Let's put it that way. Let's go there. So, Bethany says, copyright is the right to copy. Fan art is absolutely okay, but if you start making copies and selling it, that's when you'll start having problems. Is it easier to mess up with watercolor or gouache? I think Scott can mess up with either one.
Yeah, I'm an expert at that.
He's great at it.
Honestly, I don't think one is easier than the other. Gouache has a very long, ugly phase, though.
Yes, it does. Oh, NB, I finished it with which one would be easier if you're less confident in your art. Probably watercolor, right?
Easier to finish?
Which one would be easier to use if you're less confident in your
Yeah,
art?
watercolor. Yeah. Definitely watercolor.
Kookaburr says, I usually don't comment, but this stream is quite comforting at the moment as I'm going through a tough time. Hope everyone's well.
Well, thank you, and I hope that you have a better rest of the day, and I hope...
Yeah. I hope you go into the weekend and your weekend is better. Maybe do a little something for yourself this weekend to make yourself feel better. You know? Cookies are good. Chocolate is good. Getting outside is good. Maybe writing or painting or drawing or something. Or read a book. Do something for yourself. But we're glad you're here. And we're sorry you're going through a tough time. What are the best tips you have for taking your writing and translating it from words to an art piece? That's a first. We've never had that
I
question.
was never very good at that. I've never been someone who can visually do that. That said, I don't know. For me, I don't draw from my head very often. So to take something that I wrote, I would take photo reference.
Mm-hmm.
I would, dress up or get someone to dress up in that costume of the person that if it's fantasy or whatever, if it's a place, I would go to that place and, make the art of that. But, gosh, I wish I could help you more, but that's not really my strength.
Your black bear picture is making Hitomi hungry.
Oh, yeah, it was
You
good pastries.
might have to find a little coffee shop with a good little pastry there. I want to start a drawing YouTube channel, but I don't know how to make art videos look good. How do I make them? I want to make videos like yours.
Well, I know time lapses don't really work well with algorithms. So I would say what I do is I record my art, and I will take, for 60 seconds, I will take 20 3-second images or clips, and then just put those together. Like pick 20 very interesting clips, and then think of something to talk about while you're doing it.
Yeah.
But you know, that's literally one video. I've made over 1,000 videos,
Yeah, it's crazy.
and you have to keep improving and keep adjusting and keep finding new and interesting things to draw and to talk about and whatnot. So
I think that's the hard part,
it is.
is coming up with stuff. That seems to be a thing. Let's see. And the editing is not easy either. Been there, done that. Nicole says, Aloha, Scott and Donna. Finally got back to alive. Life got crazy, then set itself on fire.
Oh,
Thanks
gosh.
for being a calm space in crazy times. Geez, I'm so sorry. I hope you got the fire put out.
Yeah.
And that's why you're back. And sorry about that. Sometimes that's life. Sometimes life is everything around you's in flames and you're going, this is okay. I got this. It's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. You will get there. And we're happy you're here. What tools do you enjoy the most when you're drawing, like paints or pencils?
I think the painting part, the pencils is the most stressful. Sometimes the inking is, but the painting is like all of the hard work is done, and now I'm just filling it in with, it's like kind of like my own like little coloring page. So I tend to like the painting stage the most. At least it's the most relaxing.
What's your favorite painting that you've made?
Probably the Animal Crackers movie poster, though. I really do like the Dragon and the Centaur painting, and the Gothic Vampire.
Do you ever consider doing a podcast for art on Spotify?
No. I'm the. I mean, you can tell during the lives, but you know, I mean, I'm painting too, so I'm a little distracted when I'm doing this. But in real life, I am not that interesting. You know, when you hear me talking on my videos, I've written and rewritten so many times, and then I record and re-record and re-record so many times because I don't speak with that kind of energy and enthusiasm, and I think the word is diction, naturally. And so I am teaching myself, forcing myself to sound positive and energetic and hopeful and whatever it might be. So it's I don't want it to sound like it's fake. It's me trying to be the best person that I can be. The things I write, the things I talk about are things that I want to be, that I aspire to be, and it doesn't come easy, and it feels very phony when you start doing it. But that's the kind of person that I want to be, and to do that, you have to, as they say, fake it till you make it, and that's what you're hearing. So I think I did a podcast with the speech professor, and they put it up on their YouTube channel, and you could see I'm not as comfortable, and the speech professor made things very comfortable. I was very comfortable talking to him, but I don't sound the same as I do in my videos. And so I just don't know if I could fake it that much for a podcast that I would be hosting.
You have to be very comfortable with people before you let yourself be like you are. It's really funny. I can always tell when he's talking to one of his really good friends, which there are few, that I can hear his voice and I can hear the difference in his voice. And so he'll come upstairs and I'll say, "Oh, were you talking to so-and-so?" And he'll be like, "Yeah, how did you know?" And I'm like, "You have that tone in your voice." And aside from that, he's different on business calls. He's very reserved and go ahead. So yeah, a podcast. I don't see that happening. Yeah, I don't even show Bethany my writing journal, like the one I write at night in. I don't show anybody that. Scott doesn't see it. My boys don't. Nobody sees that. And there are explicit directions that if I die before the journals have been burned, they may not be read. They must be burned. So, I don't know, sometimes, you just don't want to share things, and that's okay. Nicholas gifted 5 memberships to the site.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was very sweet.
How does one claim that?
I don't know. It just says CO52, Fiber and Brimstone, Autumn Rain, Coral Creates, and Kieran Stewart were gifted a membership by Nicholas Vogt.
Wow.
That was
to those people.
to specific people. It was very sweet.
Thank you.
Very, very sweet. Adam says, "Hello. Any idea how to find a purpose for your art? I just like drawing, but dedicating it to a particular profession, like animator, comic illustrator, etc., doesn't seem appealing to me."
That's totally fine. I'm not doing either of those, and I've done all of those as careers before. I was an animator. I was a game designer. I did comic books. Those are different genres, different. Like I wasn't definitely not doing this. I think if you're enjoying what you're doing and you just want to do that, you can try the social media route. It does pay. It's up and down, and but if you have something unique that you want to do and you want to share it with the world, there's nothing wrong with trying to do that. Make your own genre, make your own industry.
Why do you always wear a hat? Followed by no hate.
No, that's fine. I personally don't love the way I look, generally, and a hat makes me at least feel. Like at least I'm kind of dressing up a little bit. I see myself bald every day. I miss having hair. I miss, having a hairstyle and spending time on that. And it's been 30 years, since I, was able to really do that. And so for me, a hat is at least like a little bit of a kind of dressing up to do something. And I don't wear a hat during the day. I just wear it when I make the videos or if I'm going to go out and kind of dress up or whatever.
Congratulations on 2 million.
Thank you.
Oh, Anne-Marie just popped in.
Hi, Anne-Marie.
Hey, Anne-Marie. Okay. For questions on teeth and mouths and things like that, go to the Art Hacks playlist and check there because there's plenty of information there on that. So start there. Let's see. Please bring back your drawing on records or any other musical instrument. I loved seeing you drawing on random things.
Oh, it's not easy, especially with that big hole in the middle. But yeah, I will see. Maybe I'll draw on a skateboard one day.
The colors of the paintings are sweet and comforting.
Oh, thank you.
Whoa.
I don't know why that-
Scott is surprisingly underrated. He's so innocent and sweet, and he's such a great artist, I must say.
Oh, you're too nice. Thank you.
You're sweet. Let's see. Ellen says, I'm green now. You are green. What do you do if you enjoy art, but you just aren't good even though you practice?
I just did a video about that where someone had asked, they wanted to just give up. You're never going to be as good as you want to be. That is the curse of being an artist. We are always looking ahead to how good others are or how good we want to be. There just comes a time of just accepting where you are in your journey, but it is a constant journey. You will get better the more you practice. It's just human nature. You can get better at anything so long as you're practicing. So if you enjoy art, you're going to keep practicing. You're going to keep making art.
Oh,
I hope that helps.
let's see. Nicole says, Donna, at this point, I am the meme with the dog sitting in the room on fire saying, this is fine, but I have the family with me and many cookies and much tea. Well, I feel you 1,000%. I wish I didn't, but I do. And the best way to approach any of that is with many cookies and much tea. That's all I can say. And cheers. So, and I'm sorry you're going through it, but cheers. Have you ever played the game Dungeon Keeper?
I don't think so.
Ren Harrow says, I have a question about how you do a full body side view on a character turnaround. I've been working on one, but I'm struggling.
Okay.
Full body side view on a character turnaround.
You're going to, if you're having a hard time with that, I would get a reference and copy the reference. Your job as an artist is to observe and to stop trying to do stuff out of your head. You have every visual reference of the internet out there at your disposal. Use it. Seriously. You say full side, full body side view of, and then the type of person, and I guarantee you're going to find a photo of that. Use that as a reference. Trace it. There's nothing I can tell you that's going to give you better understanding than looking at what you want to draw and studying it, copying it, tracing it. That will help you so much more than me giving you a tip, because it's not as something that you can summarize in words.
I have been struggling with outlining and inking hair in my drawings. I feel like I put so much detail into the sketching it out, but when I ink it, I feel like it loses the detail.
That's not necessarily a bad thing, but I don't know why it would be losing detail if you your inks are just essentially going over your pencil lines. Do you feel like you're losing value instead of detail? Is that maybe what you're missing? In other words, does your pencil have shading, and then when you ink it, it loses that shading? That's value. That's something that you can add in when you get to the painting stage. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Because, lines of your pencil are just going to be mimicked by the lines of your pen. So that's a one-to-one. You're not going to lose anything. But if you're saying, oh, but I'm also doing some shading with my pencil, then yes, you're losing value, but not not detail. Okay, and I think we are done with this.
You sure?
Yeah, I'll add my little notes and everything later on, and then I think that's it. This was just I think for the next week or so, and for the last couple, last week was our first week back, right, from our trip. I'm still kind of detoxing. And but I once I come up with something to draw in these Etcher Labs perfect sketchbooks, I will do that
I'll
as well.
smack him around so he thinks about that this weekend.
And I have a couple other stuff to go through and whatnot. But I'm this is why I like doing 60 Days of Studying the Masters, or doing the hair journals, or doing the music alphabets, is because there's some structure to it. I don't like waking up in the morning going, what am I going to do? I hate that. So I will try to I don't want to just jump back into the 70s just yet. I want to take a little bit more of a break.
Yeah, you need a break.
So I'm going to think about what to draw, and then I will do that.
If you guys have suggestions for what to draw, when
please feel free to leave a comment.
Yeah, leave a comment when this becomes a video and goes up. Leave a comment.
And then please take a look at the video from yesterday regarding the posters, and let me know if there's anything more we can do. But yeah, this will be, I guess, an early finish. We did start a little early, only a minute early. But
and tomorrow's Chinese New Year.
Oh yeah, tomorrow's Chinese New Year, so it's the Year of the Dragon.
It is,
which is
appropriate.
So yes, we will see you all on Monday.
Maybe you do a Year of the Dragon piece on Monday in one of the sketchbooks.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So, all right. They want to know really quick, what was the gel pen you were using, the white gel pen?
That is the Uniball Signo. Here it is. And as you see, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, they're temperamental.
They're
Signos
pretty temperamental,
yeah. Okay. Nicholas says the memberships can be gifted from the super chat menu. Then you randomly go to people who have let YouTube know they are open to gifted memberships.
That's fantastic.
That's great.
Thank you again. I think that was such a really sweet thing to do.
Is there any watercolor paper that won't curl?
Well, this didn't curl. This is my Be Creative sketchbook. You can see I'm painting on both sides. And it you can see this one's curling a little bit. But once I paint on the other side, it kind of flattens it out.
Yeah.
So I like them. And there's nothing wrong with a little bit of curling. But every watercolor paper curls. Even that thick 600 GSM paper I painted the dragon and centaur on curled.
Yeah.
So
it did. It lifted
it
a little bit.
a little bit. Yeah. So every paper does it. That's why you tape it down, or you get a sketchbook that
use the big clips on the side or something. And yeah. All right, people. So Nicole says you'll figure it out when you're ready. Thanks for the calm stream today.
Sure. Thanks for hanging out with us. And we will see you on Monday.
We will see you. Where to buy that sketchbook?
Check out our website under art supplies, resources, art supplies. You'll see it.
And Bethany just put the link in. Thanks, Bethany. All right, everybody, we're going to say goodbye for now. Thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful weekend. Do something nice for yourself. Bye. Stream.